America to Hungary, Mr. André Goodfriend.
Thank you. Good afternoon, all of you. To the Marines, the Hungarians, and American colleagues at the embassy, to the members of the press, I'd like to welcome you and invite you to bear witness with me today to a moment in our embassy's history, one that we can all regard with pride, with reverence, and with some sadness. In a few moments, Corporal Bradford, Corporal Leslie, Corporal Warham, and Sergeant Slappy will lower the American flag from this place for the last time, and fold it, and take it away. The Marines will carry out this action as they do every action, with dignity, with unity, and with devotion to duty. It'll be over fairly quickly. After they've finished, and the flag is lowered for the last time, our presence here in this historic place will be over. This property has been restored to Hungary, and it is Hungary's now. A place which from now on will see the Hungarian tricolor. But just as there is no such thing as a former Marine, there is also no such thing as a former Marine house. Those of us here today, whenever we pass by here, will likely think of this building as the Marine house for at least a little while longer. And so as we are watching the flag being lowered, we can think about the history of this building, the Marine house on Mihály utca. And we can be proud of the role that we've played in this remarkable area of Budapest. We can also consider ourselves lucky to have had this building to serve the U.S. Marines so that from it, the Marines could serve and protect America's mission in this great city. And then, to see the U.S. Marines serve it in return through their care. The United States has been the owner and caretaker of this site for 66 years, with the assistance and dedication of the U.S. Marines who have lived here. In that short time, we've preserved this beautiful building and its grounds, and we've made it better. If you've ever seen a photograph of this neighborhood, the Castle District, immediately after World War II, you've seen the extraordinary destruction of the war years and the challenge of rebuilding. You may know that the 1940s were not the first time this area was besieged and built back up, and not the first time that the military has played a role in the stewardship of this property. This is where the Turkish officers had their cold storage. They built a 16th century icebox right under this hill until the Turkish occupation ended. And this is where there was a huge gunpowder storeroom called the powder room, right there, serving as it served the Habsburg military in the 18th and 19th centuries. And most famously, of course, this is where two of Hungary's heroes, Lajos Kossuth and Mihály were imprisoned in the 1830s and 40s, when this building was a Habsburg prison. As you know, we are returning this property to Hungary now because the Marines are moving, with many other members of our embassy community, into the newly acquired and restored building next to the Chancery on Szabadság tér, Freedom Square. We look forward to having our Marines right next door to us in Pest. We also savor the opportunity to restore this historic building to Hungary, because while 66 years have meant a great deal to us, several centuries of this site's history mean even more to Hungarians. We're proud to restore it to them and to have more space and a wider facade in Szabadság tér, our embassy's home. We're honored to complete this agreement. It's fitting, then, that we retire our flag from here in the spirit in which it was first raised, in the spirit of restoration and friendship and shared purpose. We Americans are just the most recent caretakers on the scene, and our Marines are just the most recent to serve. We are grateful to our host nation for the opportunity to take responsibility for this site, and we are returning it finally today, with some regret, perhaps, but with the satisfaction of a mission carried out faithfully. Semper Fi, in Hungarian, Örök hűséggel. And now, let us watch our Marines perform their work here for the final time. I then ask you to put this moment away in your memory and to join me in thanks to Hungary for the 66 years here together and for the long years of friendship that lie ahead for our two proud republics. Sergeant, lower the colors.
Forward, mark!
thank you all for participating in this ceremony.